You have to live in a way where you can make a lot of money so that when your kids are a certain age, you can spend time with them. I have no idea how people are living today. I mean, if you make $25 an hour, you make $700 a week after taxes, so you get $2,800 a week or a month. Then you have rent, which is probably $1,200, and then you have your car insurance. So you're at $1,400, utilities, $1,600, Wi-Fi, $1,700. Then you have food. You're probably spending at least $100 a week. So that's another $400. So now you're at what, $2,000, maybe $3,000, or $2,000, $2,100. So you make $2,800 a month. That's if you make $25 an hour. And your bills, if you live on your own, are probably $2,100, $2,200, unless you have a car payment. And if you live with somebody else, then your bills are probably closer to $1,700 or $1,600. Well, that leaves you with about $1,000 a month on average. And I honestly do not understand how, if you are living on your own, how people are surviving right now. $1,000 a month to live off of is not enough. And that's making $25 an hour, which is more than most people make. That's if you're making more than a lot of people are. People today are living, I mean, with the cost of everything, people are living one emergency away from being broke, or one emergency away from being in debt if they aren't already in debt, and I'm sure most people are. And the problem is trying to figure out how to get out of it. I got out of it. It's still a struggle. It's still difficult, especially with the cost of everything. And until you're making really good money, or you have something that's locked down, let's say you go to college and then you get some degree that actually makes good money. I'm not a huge fan of college, but there are a couple paths you could take that are beneficial, you know, if you're working with computers. But for the most part, most people are living check to check with $1,000 extra, and they save up that $1,000 for a couple months, and then something goes wrong with their car, or they get into an accident, or the transmission blows or something, and then they're back at negative, or they're back at zero, and then they just repeat the cycle. And this is people without any kids. If you have kids and you're doing all this, I don't understand how people are doing it. I mean, you have to be living in a super cheap place or in a bad area to survive if you're not making decent money. Some people don't know how to drive either. And one of the big problems is nobody looks for the way out. Fortunately enough, I didn't have a whole lot of people around me, and then I finally came into contact with the right people, and now I run a business, and it's still a struggle. It's hard. I'm having a hard time finding work right now. Last year was really good. Last year I made 3 times more money than I ever made in my life last year. But right now I have no job, so my bank account, I'm slowly going back down. So it's, it's stressful. It's not easy. It's way more stressful. It's more stressful than working a job, but it's equally as stressful as all the things that come with working a job, like being in debt. So it's about the same, but it's much better to have cash reserves, and it's so hard to get them when you work a regular job. So what I want to do on this channel, I know you guys, if you guys watch these videos, I know this is really early on, so there's a good chance nobody's going to see this, or maybe you'll see it in a long time if I start getting more views and you guys go back and look at old videos. But you have to find some way, whether it's college. I'm not a huge fan of college, but at least it's something. At least you're doing something. You're going for a computer programming or engineering something, or starting a business. Because the trick is, and everybody knows this, but it doesn't get talked about, you can make the same amount of money or more starting a business in your first year than you would make after graduating college, even with a master's degree. Some people have master's degree or doctor's degrees in certain fields that are making equal to or less than certain people that decide to start a business. Even if you had no contacts, even if you just started fresh from nothing, you can still make more money than certain people when they get out of college You could do something your first year instead of going to college for 6 years. If you're passionate about something and you want to do something and you love that and you have to go to college for it, I get it. I'm not a big fan for it. But you have to realize and you have to start living your life understanding that you can do something about your income. You can do something. You don't have to work 80 hours either. I mean, when I say 80 hours, you don't have to work 80 hours for a job. So what I used to do when I worked a 9 to 5, it was actually like a 7 to 3, is to make more money when I was struggling, I got a second job. Well, last year, or 2 years ago now, instead of getting a second job, I started my own business on the side and slowly grew it. And then last year, in June, I quit my job. Hopefully I'm never gonna have a job again. That's the goal. But I grew my business from the end of the year before until June of last year. Finally felt like I was in a position where I had to go part-time at my job, and then I was in the position where I had to miss so many days of work that I was going to have to call off because I was getting so many jobs and I was getting so booked up that I had to just call off work because I was making, double or triple the amount that I would make at my job. And at my job, I made $24 an hour working in a warehouse. So all I'm saying is it's possible, guys, whether you go to college. I don't want if you guys are watching videos like this, I know you don't want to just stick to your job or live that way for the rest of your life, for the next 40 years, struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, and struggling when you have kids. You have to live in a way where you can make a lot of money so that when your kids are a certain age, you can spend time with them, or set yourself up in some career that makes you enough money to where you only have to work 40 hours a week, or set yourself up in a business to where you can hire people and you only have to work 20 or 30 hours and you can do a lot of the other stuff remote, or you can call your employees, you can have somebody managing it. And this is only for the people that want it. If you don't want it bad enough, then I can't help you. You can't help you. Your parents can't help you. Your brother can't help you. Your friends can't help you. You have to want it. You have to want to be able to live that life, and then you have to want to be able to work hard enough to get after it. So, I hope you guys keep watching these videos. I'm gonna start sharing videos about my painting. We're gonna start sharing videos about Christmas lights. If you guys know, Christmas lights is a great business. Honestly, if you guys want to quit your job, if you guys want to do something to make a lot of money, you should stay. Watch our Christmas light videos. If we have a course, I'm telling you, it will be worth it, because you can make, if you're working your standard job, I will tell you right now that if you learn how to do Christmas lights and you actually do it, if you're not afraid of heights, if you're able to get on the roofs, I guarantee you, if not your first year, your second year, if you work hard, I guarantee you 100%, unless you live in a completely rural area, an hour away from anybody, or hours away from any towns or any cities, I tell you 100%, by that second year, you'll be making more money in 45 days than you made in your entire year at your job. I guarantee it. So stay tuned for those videos, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you guys later.